This is the engine room of ergonomically designed office furniture. Wilkhahn prides itself on creating high-quality products so workers can be as comfortable as possible.
Part of the, philosophy with our design process, it's how can we sit in a better way. So there's a lot of press at the moment with sitting being the new smoking and sedentary lifestyles, but it's not sitting per se, which is a bad thing, it's lack of movement.
So the management team here at Wilkhahn in Sydney wants to get staff up and moving with the help of Todd Coulthard, a health, wellness and fitness instructor.
So Adrian, 3 months ago we implemented the mobility program. How have you found it in regards to the factory and how's it been received?
It's going very well and it's been received very positively. So initially the focus was with the production employees. So we went through each of the various work centres and identified whether there were any pre-existing conditions and importantly what mobilisation should be put in place for the various sections and the various employees. So the feedback has been very positive, which is very reassuring to me because it's, proof of concept. And equally with the office, we've implemented a program there. So similarly to the production, there were some one-on-one assessments. Then through a series of small groups, there's various mobilisations that the teams are going through.
Things like neck mobilisation, shoulder, elbows, wrists, the problem areas, things like that. There are certain things that could be addressed on a regular basis throughout the day. In the factory setting like this, obviously it comes down to what the requirements of the job are. If they're sitting down again and they're sitting in confined spaces working at a very limited range of motion, then there's need to get up and move. But I think ideally this program's designed to be done daily. It's what we call daily cars. So they're designed for each individual to go out, maximise joint range of motion. The mobilisations are basically like a toothbrush for your teeth. They help maintain joint range of motion, the health of the joint, things that slowly start deteriorating over time. And basically, we were all born with great range of motion, and slowly with that sedentary lifestyle, it regress and regress as it goes on. So have you noticed any significant change in the workforce, like reduced absenteeism, sick days, productivity, those sort of things?
We have, so really all of the above. Level of sick leave has gone down, workers' compensation as well. There's been a tremendous positive impact to the culture, and I think that's what I'm most happy about, just how well the program has been received. No doubt in the future, as there's positive gain from the program, that we'll see the levels of sick days and also workers' compensation continue to reduce.
So things have certainly changed for the better at Wilkhahn. But does this sort of concept work for all businesses?
Todd, from your perspective, why is it so important for people to move within the workplace?
The human body just wasn't designed to sit down for long periods of time. I think effects of the corporate sector has been well documented, but I probably see a larger scope for movement based on what's going on in the manufacturing sector at the moment. The repetitive nature of businesses such as this, sitting down at sewing machines for 8 hours a day, all these guys have repetitive natures in their business. So I think implementing strategies to get them up, moving outside of those realms of their normal movement patterns is going to help promote and prolong their career in that job itself. So Adrian, how are you getting along with the WELL qualification?
We're going great. Yeah, as you know, we're very close to achieving WELL goals. And WELL, it's a globally recognised certification, which is based on the wellness of employees. And for us, it was very important because wellness and health and well-being of our employees is of paramount importance and part of our core values. So with the certification, we'll be the first business in Australia that'll have retail gold for WELL. And in order to achieve the certification, there's a number of concepts. So they include things such as access to lighting for the employees, access to filtered water, sugar-free drinks, there's a biophilia aspect, and also a fitness concept. We've been working very closely with you. I guess from our products, it's part of our design philosophy, especially with our seating, that we can create products that enable our customers to sit in a healthier way. And that had a very strong alignment back to our employees and the certification, that we can encourage this degree of wellness within our own organisation. And Todd, I'd be interested to know if companies weren't to implement a program such as this, what would be the end result?
I think companies are probably already experiencing that right now, to be honest with you. They're seeing like workers' compensation claims, they're seeing lack of application when they come to work, people are in pain, the presenteeism aspect in regards to like how productive they are in their workstations. The whole culture of the place is actually reducing as well. There's a lot of negative side effects. I think obviously for someone that's working in upholstery, for instance, if that was their core skill set, they should be doing everything in their power to try and prolong their career by self-application and maintaining good, healthy joint range of motion. So it's as much about them as it is about the company.
Todd, that's a very important point and very applicable to us. We are a multi-generational organisation, especially in production, where we have approximately 20 employees, half of which are over the age of 50 and the other half that are 20 to 30 years old. Can the program be adapted so for the younger employees compared to the more aged employees that there can be a fit on both sides?
Absolutely, yeah, it's tailored like that. I think it's going back to the basis of just normal human function. So whether you're 16 years old or whether you're 40 years old, we're trying to maintain or restore normal function anyway. So the program definitely caters for all people. Whether the realms of those movement patterns might be on the same level, they're probably not, but we kind of work within the capacity of the joint and the person that we're working with, and getting them to understand and connect with that joint to understand where the restrictions are and what their capacity is, and making sure that they don't work through those areas of pain.
Todd, what do you feel the obligation is, say for an employer and the design of a workplace, against what individual responsibility an employee may have?
I think the sole responsibility initially has to be on the employee to start taking some responsibility for themselves, micromanaging their own problems. But first, the biggest issue is then getting them to identify with it first, and then working with the company itself to come up with a clear outcome, a positive outcome, that can see that both areas are working in the same direction.